When you come out ice fishing, some things can be really challenging out here. Obviously, it could be very cold. Now, we haven't hit that this particular trip, but even if it is, the shelters that are out now and the clothing can keep you warm out on the ice. The other thing that's challenging is actually finding fish, because you can't, like when you're out in a boat, just drive around and grab for the fish. You actually have to drill holes and holes and holes and look around and try and find some active fish. It's a lot of work. But there is one thing that's kind of cool when you go out on the ice, and that is using your fish finder. We're fishing 1/4 ounce, 1/8 ounce type lures. They're oftentimes very difficult to drop down and feel the bottom. But the cool thing about a good fish finder is, you see on this screen how that slanted line is cruising down towards the bottom. That's my bait going down there. And I know when I'm getting close to the bottom that I can stop dropping it. Once I start fishing, I can tell whether that lure is 6 inches off the bottom or is it 2 feet off the bottom, because that might be where the fish are. Now, the second thing that you'll notice, when you're out in open water and you're in your boat, rarely do you get to know if the fish are looking at your lure. When you're ice fishing, you can actually see fish come into the cone, look at your lure, and you can tell if they like the action that you're doing or not. And if they don't like it, maybe you got to switch lures or switch what happens next time another fish comes in. Lastly, when that fish does come in, there are things that you can do to actually trigger that fish to bite. Now, obviously, you can't make your lure run away from it, but what you can do is pull away from it going upward. And a lot of times you'll see a fish come in, they'll look at the lure, they won't bite. You'll lift up a little, the fish will follow it. You'll jiggle it a little, they'll still be there. You'll lift up higher, and that fish will move in after it, and finally jiggle it some more, and that fish might take it. So you can actually entice that fish to bite. So yeah, ice fishing can be challenging, but I tell you what, there's some really cool things that happen on that depth finder that make it a lot of fun out on the ice.